Okay, just going to do a quick video on this solar charging, which I've been trying to get to the bottom of, because I wanted to charge the AFRI little solar generator thing from the panels on the roof, as well as the flexible panels what you get with it. Well, what I did, the flexible panels, I put a socket outlet on the side of the motorhome where you can plug an XD90 connector. That fits in there, and then you can plug the panels and lay them out outside without moving the AFRI. But I wanted to charge them from the solar panels on the roof of the motorhome, and I've come up with an ingenious idea. It took a while to work the switch gear out, but I've got this switch here, see that? It's a 2-position. You have to put a link cable in it to get it to where you want. Obviously get where you want. So you've got the solar coming in, you can turn them off, so everything's off. You can turn it to number 1, and if you can see my writing now, yeah, just about you can. There's a bit, the light's not all that good in here, so yeah, switch position 1, that charges the leisure battery directly, and it puts it back so you can put in the flexible panels on the exterior from the socket on the outside where the exterior mains plug is as well, you see. But on position 2, you heard it click then. Position 2, what's happening now? My light went off. That's it, get my light back on. Position 2 is the panels from the roof charging the AFRI, so which is that down there. There we are, you can see that. Now it says fully charged in 10 minutes. And I know for a fact the AFRIs, when they get to about 90 something %, they drop in input. They actually drop the input going into it, not to really cook the battery inside. So it sort of regulates itself on these things. So I've yet to find out what I'm getting off them solar panels on the roof in total wattage, but when it was 94%, it was giving me 300, the best part 300 watts. I know they can only go up to 500 anyway, the inputs of these. That's why you mustn't have those panels on the roof and the flexible panels together, because that'd be more than 500 watts and that'd damage this. So the way I'm doing it, you see, that's why I needed the changeover switch, because I don't want to cook this, and this way that can stay there. So we've got mains voltage whenever we want it. If you turn the AC on, let me show you. Let's get this camera off here, because let me just get this camera off this tripod. Yeah, you can see it better. If I turn the AC power on the side of it, you'll see it come up. The battery charger for the leisure battery will now take over as well. So not only are we now charging the AFRI is now running the mains in the van and charging the leisure battery as well as. So the leisure battery is going to get charged either which way, but you'd only use it like this when you're actually out and about in it. So if you're back at home or wherever, you change it to position 1, that switch what I put in, just to charge the leisure battery. So yeah, there we are with that. Pretty good. So look, the battery charger's drawing 21 watts to top the battery up, the leisure battery. So yeah, so there's more coming into it than going out of it, as you can see. and like I said, it reduces the wattage coming into it internally in the AFRI, so it don't cook the battery. So that's what's happening there, because I know there's more than 70 watts on them solar panels on the roof of the van. That's a fact. So it regulates it basically. So you are. So that's been a bit of a interesting job really. So yeah, you can see what we've got. I know it don't look all that tidy up here, but that's going to the controller on the other side on here. That goes to the leisure battery. So that's the standard way. And then we've got the changeover for best of both worlds. This is a very high amperage, 600 amps. It is an AC switch, but I know people say, well, you get arcing on if you put DC on an AC switch, but trust me, the terminals on this, they're huge. They are massive. I even had to straighten out the securing screws, the little shoe on them, to be able to clamp these cables down, and they're crimped on there as well. They're not just pushed in the terminals. They've got crimps on. So yeah, 600 amp rated, that is. It's a little bit, yeah, it is a bit chunky, there's no doubt about it, but it does the job. So there we are. That solves that problem. What I've done down the bottom to link it into the cables, because obviously I have to link it into the exterior cables as well. I've got these connectors. See these connectors here? They're solid brass, these are. And these have got 4 terminals on one side, and where you cut into the cable is 2 and 2. So this cable, sorry about the shoes, that goes over to the exterior. This is the exterior charge for the AFRI here, you see. So I had to cut into that cable so I could take it up to the switch. So that was the way I've done that. So yeah, all good. And I think I've explained all this in the past. There's our mains changeover there. So if you go on the electric hookup, if you had the AFRI running, it'll switch over, and vice versa. So at the moment we've got the AC running on the AFRI, and it just automatically changes over. So you ain't got to unplug nothing or mess around with plugs, you see. I can manually unplug it there, because I put a plug and socket in. You see, you can unplug it, but there's no need to. That's just really from a maintenance point of view, so you can do whatever you need to do. So there you are. We got there with that one in the end. Yeah, having a lot of faults. So if that was any help to anybody who's thinking about trying to do something like that, well, there you go. There's the proof. It can be done. It can be done. I know they say in the manual, the AFRI, you have to be careful what solar panels you put on, but the more crucial point is you mustn't go above 500 watts. If you've got more than 500 watts in solar, then you're gonna damage this for sure. So just make that a note if you're looking into doing something like this. But there you are. If there's any questions anyone wants or want to ask me, just drop them in the comments, and we'll get back to that concrete in tomorrow. I can't wait. See you later.